Hi everyone. So today is the 7th day of the book challenge. 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. 7 days. I said book challenge. I don't know why I said book challenge. I'm doing a 30-day abs challenge. I just got through working out, so I'm doing an abs challenge on Instagram. So if you want to join me, I'm doing it with Coach Tisha on Instagram. She's at Coach Tisha. And if you want to do it with us, you're more than welcome. She's going to be picking the next challenge for August. So join us, okay? So we are talking about the 12-day book launch of The Importance of Drinking Water with Grandpa Fisher. Yes. So today on our schedule, we're going to be talking about me, the author. So I do have an author's page on here in the back. So I'm going to be telling you information about me. So since the passing of my grandfather, Grandpa Fisher, on August the 10th, 2003, I'm a doctor. I'm a doctor of naturopathic doctor. I was inspired by my grandfather because I wanted to know so much about why did he have to go, why did he have to pass, and he passed of a disease that was not natural. So my mission, my journey was to find out how we can keep ourselves healthy, keep ourselves well through health, wellness, and fitness. So that is my journey. So then I became a naturopathic doctor. So Dr. Fisher has dedicated her life to health and wellness and also fitness. Grandpa Fisher was such an inspiration to not only her life but the lives of many others. So I'm talking in third person here. He contributed to the discovery of her passion for health and wellness. She is a natural-born entrepreneur, which he was too. She attributes that gift to her grandfather Fisher as well. Nikki opened her first business. I opened my first business in 2003, the year my grandpa passed. So let me tell you a little bit about that. My daycare opened in 2003. And of course, we went to the funeral. I wasn't even open 3 months before I found out he got sick. So he died in April, and they was telling us he was sick in March, and he was really only sick for a month before he passed. So he was healthy and well all of his life, and then the last month of his life he really got sick. It made a turn for the worse. So I had to gather the money. I spent almost $60,000-$70,000 trying to open a business. I was so broke. So we got the money, me and my mom got the money up to go to the funeral. And it was hard because when I came back, I put people in place to run my business, but I wasn't really comfortable with dealing with adults. I knew I wanted to deal with children, and I knew how to deal with children, but the biggest challenge of operating my business was dealing with adults. So, oh my goodness, I came back. A lot of parents were complaining. A lot of the teachers were complaining about the people I put in charge. It was just this ratchet girl that I just thought she had enough smarts to run the business, but she had my daycare in chaos. I fired her, and I had a meeting immediately, and I was crying the whole time because I just couldn't believe that something I worked so hard for was destroyed. My name was destroyed. The business had so many complaints in just like 3 or 4 days. So at that point I said I need to get some good people in place. So I hired some good people, and so that was 2003. Now this is 2020, like 17 years later. So now the business runs by itself. I got some great people. I got people that's been with me for 15 years. Miss Connell recently left. She was with me for about 12 years. And like most of the people that are there now have been with me over 5 years, I would say. I have some new teachers, of course, since COVID. But yeah, that's the story of my business. So he passed when I opened my business. And I started my second business, Imagine Wellness, in his honor. And I think that was in 2011, 2012 when I started to go around the world, or around the United States, learning about natural health. And the first natural health encounter that I had was the Gerson therapy in California. And I was looking on Netflix about the different documentaries that they had, and I came across one called the Gerson therapy. And she has, I think, a couple of documentaries on there. Her name is Charlotte Gerson, Gerson, and she talks about how to cure yourself from cancers. You know, detox yourself from all these different chemical ingredients in food, and you shall be healthy. But 2 weeks later, everything lined up perfectly, because that's how I knew that this was the path for me, because I was able to get the money to fly to California, San Diego, California, to take the workshop. The workshop was, I think, $500. It was for a couple of days. She gave us this big old book, the protocol for getting rid of cancer. So if you have cancer and you want the protocol, I'm your go-to girl. I can get you in contact with everybody. And it's very expensive to just go to her camp for just 1 week. But if you're serious about getting rid of cancer and you want to know the protocol and you just want to go for a week, most people just go for 2 weeks, but it's a lot of money. So but there is a protocol, and it may be cheaper to just get the protocol. Okay, so let me know if you need it. And the name of my second business, which is Imagine Wellness, was inspired by God. So I didn't know exactly what to name the business, and so I went to the Heavenly Father and I said, what is going to be the name of my business? Can you help me with the name? So that day, I kept saying Imagine. I would read something, it would say Imagine. I would hear on the radio, it would say Imagine. I would go to the store and I'd see Imagine. Imagine was everywhere. So I tried to register with the state, but somebody else had that name, so I had to add the N. So it's Imagine with 2 N's. But that's okay, because it still says the same thing. People are like, I love the name of your business, Imagine Wellness. So if you can imagine it, you can achieve it. So that was God inspired. And I currently go to Life University at this point because the naturopathic certificate wasn't allowing me to help people on a higher level. So I joined, I met a chiropractor, and I realized I had learned how natural it was. And then at that point I was like, this is the industry for me. This is my career. This is what I want to do. This is my passion. This is what God has been leading me to, being a chiropractor. So I'm in school to be a chiropractor at Life University in a doctorate program in Marietta, Georgia. I should finish all of my studies and my boards by 2002, but I should finish my degree next year in a couple of months. But I still have 4 part boards to go, and I haven't even started one. So I do part 1 next month in August, okay? And all this has led me to write a children's book on the lessons that my grandfather taught me, not only the ones that he taught me, but the ones that I've learned after my encounter with knowing him, okay? So I asked you to do, and I have a poem on the back, but I'm going to read that tomorrow. I asked you to do 5 things. Buy the book, let me know that you bought the book, review the book, 5-star rating on the book, share it with other people, let people know that this book is out there. If you know any kids that need to know about drinking water because they don't, get this book, read it to them, or let them read it. This book is for the ages between 7 and 12, and of course adults can read it too, because I've had some adults read it and they're like, wow, I didn't know that. So share the book with others, and then also follow me on my author's page. I'm working on another book, but it would not be a book with Grandpa Fisher. It will be about customer service in the business industry. So not only in business industry, but dealing with people in general. So follow me on my author's page, and I appreciate it. Thank you. And I think that is all. So thank you very much once again for joining me on this journey. If you have not bought the book paperback has not come out yet. This is my first paperback doing it by myself, and it keeps coming back with something wrong with it. So as soon as the paperback book is released, I'm going to tell the world so you can get a hands-on touch and feel of this book. Buy a couple, not just one, because somebody's going to ask you, where did you get that book? Give them away, give them to people. Right now, the book, if you want to contact me on imaginewellness.com on my website page, you can buy it for $10. And also, I have a promotion that if you bought the ebook, that you can get it for $5. Okay, so let me know if you want it, and if you want a couple of books for $5, let me know as well. I have a great promotion that's going on, probably on the 26th of July. So look out for that promotion. Okay, so until we see each other again on the 8th day, we're almost finished with this book launch. Okay, so see you tomorrow. Bye. Got it right here.